بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعزائي طلبة وطلبات شهادة الثانوية العامة قسم رياضة لغات، أهلا بكم. النهاردة إن شاء الله سوف نتطرق إلى الدرس الثاني في مادة الجبر وهو اسمه التوفيق. طبعا هناك علاقة بين التباديل والتوفيق، تباديل permutation، أما التوفيق اسمها combination. Welcome my dear student in our math program for secondary 3. Today we are taking the second lesson in algebra. It's titled combination. My dear student, look at definition about combination. My dear student, what is the meaning of combination? Combination is an arrangement of some or all elements of a set without consideration of the order of the elements. Remember, there is difference between permutation and combination. Combination is an arrangement of some or all elements of a set, but without consideration of the order of the elements. My dear student, look at laws of combination. My dear student, NCR combination C, but permutation B. NCR means NBR over factorial R. Remember, my dear student, NCR equals N permutation R, but over factorial R equals factorial N over factorial N minus R multiply factorial R. Number 2, NCN equals NC0. Why? NCN means NC difference between N minus N. NCN equals NC0 equals what? Equals 1. 5C5, 5C0 equals 5, equals 1. 10C10 means 10C0 equals 1. Remember, any number C0 equals 1. Number 3, NCR equals NCN minus R. What you mean, my dear student? 5C3 equals 5C2. Why? Because 5 minus 3 equals 2. 10C7 equals what? Excellent student, 10C3. Why? Because 10 minus 7 equals 3. Then NCR equals NC difference between N and R. For number 4, NCR, we can put if NCR equal NCK. If we have NCR equals NCK, what you deduce, my dear student? Excellent student. R equals K or R plus K equals N, or N equal R plus K. Remember, my dear student, if 5C R equal 5C2, then R equals 2, or R plus 2 equals 5. Okay? 4, number 4 is very important. Use it to solve many examples again. Remember, if NCR equal NCK, we deduce that maybe N equals K or N equals R plus K. Number 5, NCR over NCR minus 1. Remember, NCR over NCR minus 1, which is bigger? Up and down? Up equal N minus R plus 1 over R. This rule, very important rule. NCR over NCR minus 1 equals N minus R plus 1 over R. My dear student, note that 5C3 means 5 times 4 times 3 over what? Excellent student. Factorial 3 or 3 times 2 times 1 by using simplify or calculators. Answer is 10. My dear student, 5c3 equals what? 5c2. Why? Because 5 minus 3 equals 2. And we know that 5c3 equals 5c2. 5c2 equals 5 times 4 over 2 times 1 equals 10. Look at my dear student. If we have 20c7 over 20c6 equals what? By using the rule. 20c7 equals 20c6 minus equals 20 minus 7 plus 1 over what? Excellent student, over 7. 12 minus 7, 13 plus 1 equals 14 over 7 equals what? Equals 2. Then 20c7 over 20c6, we use rule n minus r plus 1 over r equals 2. 20c4 over 20c5. Remember, my dear student, c4, c5, c4 more than or less than c5? Less than. Then 20c4 up, but 20c5 down by using reciprocal of the rule. What is the reciprocal or multiplicative inverse? Answer is 5 in numerator, in denominator 20 minus 5 plus 1 equals what? 5 over 16. Why? Because 20 minus 5, 15 plus 1 equals 16. Then 20c4 over 20c5, answer is 5 over 16. My dear student, if we have 10c6 over 10c4, what is the rule? There is no rule. In this case, we multiply each numerator and denominator by what? Excellent student, 10c5. By using the rule, we must multiply each numerator and denominator by using 10c5. Look at left hand side became 10c6 over 10c5 multiply 10c5 in numerator over 10c4. What you deduce? We multiply each numerator and denominator by 10c5. 10c5 over 10c5 equals 1. By using the rule in the first fraction, 10c6 over 10c5 equals what? 10 minus 6 plus 1 over what? Excellent student, over 6 times 10c5 over 10c4 equals what? Good student, 10 minus 5 plus 1 over what? Over 5. Then by using simplify, answer is 1. Then, my dear student, this rule is very important to use it to simplify or to prove that hard problem. NCR over NCR minus 1 equals n minus r plus 1 over r. This rule, if we have 10c3 over 10c2, we use or we find 10c3 by using 10 minus 3 plus 1 over 3. This rule, very important rule. Remember, my dear student, in combination 10CR or NCR over NCR minus 1 equals N minus R plus 1 over R. This rule very important to use to solve our problems in the next lessons. My dear student, look at the important example. My dear student, if we have NPR 300 equals 336 and NCR equal 56. What is the value of N? Remember, my dear student, NBR equals 336 and NCR equal 56. Find the value of N. My dear student, which is bigger, NCR or NBR? Excellent student, NBR. Why? Because NCR equal NBR over factorial R. Then we deduce NBR more than NCR. Look at my dear student, the solution. NCR means NBR over factorial R. This relation between NCR and NBR. Which is bigger, NBR more than NCR. Why? Because NCR equal NBR over factorial R. Then NCR equals what? By substitution equals 56 equals NBR equals 336 over factorial R. By using cross multiplication, factorial R equals 336 over 56 equals 6. Factorial what equals 6? Excellent student, factorial 3. Then R equals what? 6 or 3? Excellent student, R equals 3. Therefore, R equals 3. NBR equals 306 equal 8 times 7 times 6. Then 8B3 equals NB3 equals 8B3, N equals 8. Look at another example. If factorial R equals 24 and NCR equals 15, find the value of N. My dear student, factorial R equals 24. What is the factorial? Which factorial equals 24? Remember, factorial 2 equals 2. Factorial 3 equals what? 3 times 2 times 1 equals 6. Factorial 4 equals 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 equals 24. Then factorial R equals factorial 4. 24 equals factorial 4. My dear student, look at 24 equals factorial 4. Then 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Factorial R equals factorial 4. R equals 4. Look at, my dear student, if we have NC4 equals 15, NCR equals NBR over factorial R, by using equal 15, NB4 over factorial 4 equals 15, then NB4 factorial 4 times 15, 360. What is the number N? What is the N? NB4 equal factorial 4 times 15 equals 360. Therefore, 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 or 6B4. NB4 equals 6B4, therefore N equals 6. Look at, my dear student, other one. If NCN minus 2 equals 45, find the value of N. My dear student, NCN minus 2 equal NCN multiply N minus 2. Then we deduce that by simplify NCN minus 2 equals NC2 equals 45. NB2 factorial over factorial N equals 45. Then NB2 equals 90. Why? Because 45 multiply factorial 2 equals 90. 90 equals what? 10 times 9 or 10B2. Then N equals 10. My dear student, if N plus 1 Cn minus 2 equals 56, find the value of N. Look at N plus 1 Cn minus 2 equals N plus 1 C. What difference between N plus 1, N minus 2, N plus 1 minus bracket contains N minus 2. Then n plus 1 c n plus 1 minus n plus 2 became, my dear student, by simplify n plus 1 c3. Therefore, n plus 1 c3 equal 56. Therefore, my dear student, by using permutation, n plus 1 b3 over factorial 3 equal 56. n plus 1 b3 equals 56 multiply 6. Why? Factorial 3 equals 6. Factorial 3 is 3 times 2. Answer is 336. Therefore, n plus 1 b3 equals 336 equal 8 times 7 times 6 or 8 b3. n plus 1 equals 8. Therefore, n equals 7. Look at another example. If we have 7c 2x minus 5 equals 7cx plus 3, what is the value of x? My dear student, if we have left hand side 7c 2x minus 5 equals right hand side 7cx plus 3, this rule may be 2x minus 5 equal x plus 3 or 2x minus 5 plus x plus 3 equals 7. Look at the solution. 2x minus 5 equal x plus 3 or 2x minus 5 plus x plus 3 equals 7. Then by using the first method, 2x minus 5 minus x minus 3 equals 0. Therefore, 3x minus 2 equals 7. 3x equal minus 8 equal x equals 8. But x equal 8 refused. 3x over 3, other method, 9 over 3, then x equal 3. My dear student, if we have n plus 1 c8 equal n plus 1 c5, find the value of n, then find the value of 15cn and n c12. My dear student, look at 8 equal 5. No, 8 not equals 5. By using the rule, 8 plus 5 equal n plus 1 or n plus 1 equal 8 plus 5. n plus 1 equal 8 plus 5. 8 plus 5 equal what? 13. Then n equal 12. Then we use more methods to solve this example. The first method is not correct. Why? Because 8 not equals 5. We use the other method. N plus 1 equals 8 plus 5 equals 13, and we find the value of n equals 12 by substitution about n equal 12 to find the value of 15cn and nc12. My dear student, 8 not equal 5, then 8 plus 5 equal n plus 1, n equal 12. By using n equal 12, 15c12 equal 15c3 equal 15 times 14 times 13 over factorial 3, 3 times 2 times 1 equals what? 455. By the same method, n equal 12, 12c12 by using the rule equals 1, ncn equals 1, then 12c12 must be equals 1 because 12c12 means 12c0 or factorial 12 over factorial 12 minus 12 multiply factorial 12, answer is 1. Look at another example. If nc2 equals 21 and mcn equals mcn plus 5, find the value of m and n. My dear student, nc2 equals n multiply n minus 1 over factorial 2 equals 21. By using cross multiplication, n multiply n minus 1 equals 21 times factorial 2. Then equal 42 equals 7 times 6. In this case, n equals 7. My dear student, mcn equal mcn plus 5. Then m equals n plus 5 to n plus 5. m equal 2 times 7 plus 5 equals 19. My dear student, look at another example. If nc5 more than nc4, prove that, my dear student, n more than 9. Look at the solution. nc5 more than nc4, then divided by nc4 in left hand side and right hand side, we deduce that NC5 over NC4 more than 1. NC5 over NC4 by using the rule n minus 5 plus 1 over 5 more than 1. Then n minus 4 more than 5. Then n more than 9. My dear student, another example. NCX equal NCX plus 5 and 15CX ratio 15CX minus 1 equal 11 over 5. Find the value of x and n. Look at, my dear student, 15CX over 15CX minus 1 equals what? 11 over 5. By using the rule, then 15 minus x plus 1 over x equal 11 over 5. By using cross multiplication, 5 multiply 16 minus 5 minus x equal 11 multiply 80 minus 5x. Then 16x over 16 equal 80 over 6 divided by 16 left hand side, right hand side, x equals 5. NCX equal NCX plus 5, n equal x, then x plus 5 equal 2x, x plus 5 equal 2x plus 5. By using n equal 2, x equal 5, n equal 2 times 5 plus 5, n equal 15. Another one, f ratio between NCR minus 1 ratio NCR minus plus 2 equal 5 ratio 10 ratio 14. Find the value of n ratio r. Look at, my dear students, the solution. NCR plus 1 over NCR equals, by using the rule, n minus r plus 1 inside bracket plus 1 over r plus 1. Therefore, equal 15 over 5. By using simplify, n minus r over r plus 1 equal 2 over 1. N minus r equal 2r plus 2. N minus 3r equals 2. This equation number 1. Since NCR plus 2 over NCR plus 1, by using the rule, n minus bracket contains r plus 2 plus 1 over r plus 2 equals 14 over 10 or 7 over 5. Then n minus r minus 1 over r plus 2 equals 7 over 5. By using cross multiplication, 5n minus 5r minus 5 equals 7r plus 14. 5n minus 12r equal 19. This equation number 2. We have, by omitting method, negative 4n plus 12r equal negative 8. By omitting method, n equals 11. N equal 11. By substitution, r 11 minus 3r equals 2. Negative 3r equal 9. R equal 3. My dear student, look at the important example. Prove that n plus 1 CR plus 1 ratio NCR equals n plus 1 over r plus 1. My dear student, then find the value of 21C6 plus 20C5 over 20C4 plus 19C4. Look at, my dear student, left hand side factorial n plus 1 over factorial n plus 1 minus r minus 1 multiply factorial r plus 1 divided by factorial n over factorial n minus r multiply factorial r. Therefore, left hand side became factorial n plus 1 over factorial n minus r multiply factorial r plus 1 times reciprocal over or factorial n minus r multiply factorial r over factorial n. My dear student, we have left hand side factorial n plus 1 over factorial n minus r multiply factorial r plus 1 times factorial n minus r multiply factorial r over factorial n. By using simplify, factorial n minus r over factorial n minus r in left and numerator and denominator, then answer is n plus 1 factorial n over r plus 1 factorial r. Why? Because factorial n plus 1 equal n plus 1 factorial n. Also factorial r plus 1 equals r plus 1 inside bracket factorial r. Multiply factorial r over factorial n. By using simplify, look at factorial n with factorial n, factorial r over factorial r. Answer is n plus 1 over r plus 1. Then left hand side equal n plus 1 over r plus 1 equal right hand side. My dear student, deduce 20c5 plus 21c6 plus over 20c5 plus 19c4. Look at my dear student. In numerator 20c5 plus 21c6. In denominator 20c5 plus 19c4. Divided by 20c5 in left hand in numerator and denominator, each term divided by 20c5. Look at 20c5 over 20c5 plus 21c6 over 20c5 over 20c5 over 20c5 plus 19c4 over 20c5 equals left hand side became 1 plus 20c1 over 20c5 equal 21 over 6. We take 21 over 6 and in denominator 1 plus 19c4 over 20c5 equals by reciprocal 5 over 20. Then look at my dear student, in numerator 1 plus 21 over 6, in denominator 1 plus 5 over 20 equal 27 over 6 divided by 25 by or over 20. Then left hand side becomes 27 over 6 over 25 over 20 by using calculator. Answer is 18 over 5. My dear student, by the end of the lesson, we know that the relation between NCR and NBR, and we know that NCR equal NBR over factorial R. We can use NCR by other methods, by more methods. As example, NCR equals NBR over factorial R, or factorial n minus factorial n over factorial n minus r multiply factorial r. My dear student, remember NBR more than NCR, or NCR more NBR. NBR means permutation, NCR means combination. My dear student, I am very happy to spend such time with you. Thank you. Goodbye.